Sharon's here. How are you today, girlfriend? Guess what day it is? Come on, you know what it is. Ask Sharon Anything Day. Feel free, I invite you to scroll on down, hit that subscribe button. You'll be a member of my tribe then, girlfriends. And click that little bell and notify you of my upcoming videos. I generally film twice a week. Okay, here we go. Question number 1. And this is from Ellen. Can you please run down your skincare regime for me one more time? Yeah, darling, I'll do that for you. Let's see. Okay, the first thing we want to do, I'm not going to go into a whole lot of different products. I'm just going to go into what I do and what I use, all right? Because if I sit here and start talking specific products, that's going to be what this video is about. But, of course, the first thing is always wash your face. Always do that. And I'm giving you more of a morning routine here as far as the skin regime, okay? And then, of course, the next thing you want to do is to tone your face. Bring that pH back in to the skin. You must use a toner, very important. The next thing is grab your essence. I do an essence 2, maybe 3 times. When I say I do it, I shake it out, put it all over my face, neck, décolleté, wait a minute, do it again, wait a minute, and do the last one. I do 2 or 3 times in the mornings. All right? And that comes right after your toner. It gives all the hydration you could possibly have, and your skin just starts plumping up. It's just radiant. It's gorgeous. Okay, the next thing is, of course, while your skin is damp, not totally dry, but damp, not drippy wet either. I said damp. Grab your vitamin C. You put about 4 or 5 drops there. Take it like this, you know. Rub your vitamin C all over around your orbital bone, not on your eyes, okay, whatsoever. Just around the orbital bone, everything else, neck and décolleté, all right? And then you can go ahead and finish pressing that into your skin. Then after the vitamin C, I always grab my growth factor. I use the TNS growth factor, so 1 squirt, it has the peptides on one side, the growth factor on another. Rub it together, and I press that all into my skin, neck, and décolleté. Then the next thing is I always put on my HA5. That's my hydrator, okay? That is my hyaluronic acid. 1 squirt, and like I said, I won't go into products. I'm just telling you what I use, because if we do that, I'll be sitting here describing products, because I'm a product freak, okay, girls? And so go ahead and put your HA5 all over. Now, to top it off, I like to use a Ceramide cream, okay? And so I put the Ceramide cream over that, you know, to take the place of a moisturizer, if you will, or I can just leave it with my HA5, or I can use my Triple Restore as well, which is a cream full of, you know, peptides and all these good things. All right, just like that. And then you stop, okay? And of course, then you put your eye cream on. And in the daytime, I use DEJ, and at night, it's a different one. So that is the routine there. Now, things you're going to have to start thinking about, like on the weekends on a Sunday, one of your big routines is going to be your glycolic acid. You can use your Dr. Dennis Gross pads. Those are great. Or you can use your alpha glycolic acid. You can use your Glow Beauty. It doesn't matter, you know, what glycolic acid you're going to use, but that's when you want to do your major glycolic treatment. And then during the week, you want to keep in mind that right when you're washing your face as well, you know, because I lather my skin all the way up, and then I'll put a little of my Tatcha rice powder in it and finish up the cleanse with the soft exfoliation. So you want to remember those things as well. If you have any other questions, you know, just shoot me an email, girlfriend, okay? All right. And good luck to you. I hope that kind of covered the bases. Is that right? Is that what you wanted? Okay. Dear Sharon, what is your very favorite skincare tip or trick. You know what? I do have one too, girls. You know what my favorite thing is? And you're not going to believe this. I've talked to y'all about this before. I lay down in my bed and I hang off my bed to almost my waist. Definitely right up under, the bust line. Okay, I'll hang my head over my whole body. Just hang off the bed. And I do that for 5 minutes. I'm telling you, just hang your head over for 5 minutes off the bed. But I make sure you're off, hanging down good, where you can let all the blood kind of rush to your face. And then once you come back up, your face is so plump and pretty, and all that blood is rushed, to the layer of your skin, and you're just beaming. I mean, it is so gorgeous. I do that all the time before I go out at night, too. If I have a date or I'm out or I meet the girlfriend somewhere, before I go and before I do my final spray, I hang my head off the bed because I want all that blood to circulate so I can just look gorgeous when I leave. Okay? Yeah. So that's my favorite trick, girlfriend, believe it or not. Thanks for your question, darling. Okay, Sharon. Can you give me the names of the types of hydrators that we should be using? Yes, I can. And who's this from? Okay, Patricia. Yes, Patricia, I can. The first one is Skinceuticals, and it's B5 Gel. I like that one. Skinceuticals HA5, that hyaluronic acid that you see me use. Love it. Love it, love it. SkinMedica HA5, which you have seen me with as well. That's a rejuvenating hydrator. So any of those would be your hydrators that you want to concentrate on. Now, a lot of people are getting away, like I said, from the moisturizers and everything, and they're sticking just strictly with the hydrators, and that's fine. Believe me, that's fine. I do that myself sometimes. But if you have a cream that has a lot of ceramides in it and you kind of just want to seal your face for the night, with the ceramides, that's cool too. As long as your creams don't have any oils in it, you're good to go. The main thing is no oils in your cream. Get away from the oils. That's going to cause you big, major problems, girlfriends, okay? So, did y'all get that? Good, yeah. Okay. Sharon, can you please describe how to use all of the powders from the Hourglass collection? Yeah, and don't be shocked by all this, okay, and overwhelmed. Almost all of the powders are finishing powders. Almost all of them can be mixed together as well. Now, I don't have them all in front of me, but there's let's take the dim infusion one. I use that all over just to set my face. It doesn't bring a lot of highlight to it, but it's light and it's easy, and I can put it under my eyes as well, especially the Ethereal. You can. Some of those that have the bronzy color, it doesn't go on bronze, the powder, but it's just another finishing powder. They're just different powders for different areas of the face. You can mix them. You can use anything you want anywhere. That is the beauty of the powders. I do know that threw a lot of people when Hourglass came out with all these different powders, because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, do I use this one to finish up the cheeks and then this one for the neck or decollete, or what do I use under the eyes, and blah, 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 blah. I use the Ethereal Ambient under my eyes sometimes. All over my face, I use different ones. Sometimes I go back and forth to both, and then, powder and set my face as a finishing powder. It just makes everything filled in and smooth looking. That's the beauty of these powders. They are miracle powders. And if you ladies out there have never tried Hourglass powders, run, not walk. Catch a train, get there the fastest way you know how. Those powders will fill in everything and just make you look flawless. flawless. Use any of them anywhere you want, okay? But I do prefer the Ethereal under the eye more, okay? The Ethereal eye. And I think you're really going to like that. And the dim infusion is very nice and makes everything soft. I mean, all of them are fantastic. I just grab them and use them, and sometimes I'll use two, because it's not a thick layer of heavy powder. It doesn't crack, it doesn't sit in your lines or any of that. You're going to love those powders. Okay, dear Sharon, I tried the MAC Painterly Pot, but it does not keep my eyeshadow on my shadows. It fades out with it. Okay, when I use my Painterly Pot, I use it as a primer. So I wipe it on there, you know, with my brush. Then I press it, just like this all over. Just press it. You know, and if I put some under here, I just press it in. Then I take an off-white powder, okay, or maybe a powder that is flesh tone, either or. I kind of like white powder, and I just go in there and I brush it on my eyelids, like to set my Painterly. Then I start my shadows. The thing about it is, when you dust your eyelids, of course your shadows are going to be a little more faint than they would if you don't. I do that because I have such crepey skin. Well, I'm old, okay? And then I can, you know, work with it better. I can blend it better. I can put it on better. I can mix it in with other colors better. The whole thing turns out to be just gorgeous. And it doesn't have to be heavy. You don't have to have heavy eye makeup, okay? But it works wonders. I mean, with the dusting. Now, if I'm using my cream shadows, I do not dust. I do use my Painterly Pot and I'll leave it alone. Then I go in with my cream shadows. Are you following me? Because they dry pretty quickly anyway. But no, I would try that again, girlfriend. Keep trying, because that gives them the most gorgeous look ever. It does. It just does. And everything blends 10 times better. And it's real good for beginners, I can tell you that. That's a good method that I give beginners. Okay. Thanks for your question, sweetheart. Okay. My name is Cassandra. Is it important that we have oil for the skin or water for the skin? I'm so confused about what hydrates the skin. Okay. I checked with my derm to put this in a way where you would really totally understand it, and I can just read it to you. Okay, she said that it's a misconception that oil is good for the skin. It is not. Said water is what hydrates your skin. The oil and oil glands make the pores seem much larger. Says blackheads worsen, and then wrinkles are more pronounced at that time. Antioxidants, including vitamin C and retin A, can help control oil and improve the way the skin cells communicate with one another, but avoid oil. So, girlfriends, there you go. But it's up to you. If you want to do it, if you want to fight with the clogged pores, you know, and blackheads and all that kind of thing, that's fine. I mean, that got to be a real problem for me because, see, I always had oily skin as a kid, meaning big pores, and my face was oily and everything would sink in, you know, to those pores and become bigger, bigger, and bigger. And it was always a pain in the butt. So I know that overactive sebaceous glands can cause that kind of problem. So why would you put oil on and cause the same problem that maybe you did in your teen years? See what I mean? I don't think we need that. I think we'll concentrate on, water type products, like, and hyaluronic acid, that kind of thing. Things that work. That work for us and keep our pores cleaned out, girls. Okay, this is Stephanie. Says, Sharon, how do you keep such a nice neck and decollete? Oh, aren't you a sweetheart? I have several videos I have done on what I do for my neck and my decollete. I do not have any procedures that I have done on that. The reason being is I had neck surgery eons back, So I have a plate and screws in my neck. So I cannot do Ultherapy, or I would have run, not walk for that treatment, because that tightens all of this up in a heartbeat. And there's several other microcurrent things I cannot do because of that, and so forth and so on. So I have to really work the best way I can. Now, what I have done for my neck is 0.01% retin-A. So when I put my retin-A on my face 3 nights a week, I also bring it down my neck and my décolleté as well. I also use Cacay Oil. That is one of my secret weapons, if you will. It's very inexpensive. I am a firm believer in Cacay Oil. I'll stand my ground till the cows come home. Everybody says, oh, but Sharon, it's an oil. Yeah, it's an oil, all right. But let me tell you something. What it does to your neck and your décolleté, remember, the skin here is different than the skin here and the skin here. You're not going to get that issue by using oils on your neck and your décolleté. But your face, you will. You'll clog up pores and be a mess. But I use also Cacay Oil. Now, I don't use it at the same time that I do my retin-A. I'll do it on the nights I'm not using my retin-A. I also use from time to time, swatch out the Cacay Oil with Revision Advanced Neck Firming Cream. Revision is a medical grade product and one of the best of the best of the best, I can tell you that. I have used that for years. So those are the products that I use. And I make sure that I never forget neck care. That is so, so important. Gosh, it shows everything. Down in our neck's ugly. And watch for tech neck. Everybody's starting to get that. Tech neck is when you're looking down your phone all the time. When you bend down, you're forming these bands. Okay, don't do that. Hold that phone up if you have to. But stop bending down in your phones, because that's causing wrinkles that you're never going to get rid of. And we don't need to create anything else. You know what I mean? Tammy asks, Sharon, what kind of hydration do you recommend as a day cream if you're going to wear one? Okay, what I would recommend, I'm not going to tell you that Cerave or Cerave, either or, is not fabulous because it has ceramides in it. It is, and that's great. You can even use the Cerave PM. It's very lightweight and has a lot of water in it, but it's full of ceramides. I don't have a problem with that. Love it. Go for that. The next thing, obviously, is going to be your HA5, because it is a hydrator. It is very, very important. So SkinMedica HA5 is definitely something else that I say, yeah, go for it. And then, of course, one of my very, very favorites that I love to use every day is my SkinMedica Ceramide treatment cream. Just squirt a little bit out, rub it together, and just pat it on my skin as I seal something up, just because it's got the ceramides in it. And I want to be covered, you understand, just like your Cerave. So that's just something I like. But those are the ones that I truly would recommend. And then, of course, there's, Restore, by Skinceuticals too. But it's a little pricey. I'd go this other route for right now if I were you. Zoe skincare products, Abaji owns Zoe. They have a really, really good cream too that I like. Okay, boy, a lot of skincare today, huh? Dear Sharon, I know this is going to be one of these questions. You'll probably jump all over me. Okay, my name is Elaine, and I just got married to my brother-in-law. Alrighty. Said, yes, he was married to my sister, and they got a divorce, and now we are married. We have decided we're going to have both families together at Christmas at our house. Do you foresee this going okay? My sister is quite bitter right now, but I know that she will heal in time. Can you please tell me what you think about this situation? Or should I even ask? I'm a little bit afraid of you, but I will sit and I will listen to what you have to say. Girlfriend, you just a snake in the grass, aren't you? I bet you were just waiting for the sister to drop that ball, weren't you, girlfriend? Because earlier in the early part of your letter, I didn't read it all. I noticed that you had kind of had your eye on him for quite some time. Look, girlfriend, I'm not here to judge you, but I think you're a snake. I will. You don't mess with your sister. You don't hone in on her territory. I mean, it was her stuff. And if you don't have stuff, you need to go elsewhere to find it and not dip around in the family, what I call the family business here. Because now there was a divorce and now you married your brother-in-law. I think that's real strange too. But anyway, putting all that aside, I think you're a snake. But do I think that's going to be a problem, all of you having Christmas at your house? I mean, I think this could be World War III. I mean, I really do. I have this feeling that this may not be a good deal. Have you talked to the other members about having Christmas there? Or have you talked to your sister about it? And certainly, I hope you still have a relationship with your sister. I don't know. I think this can be really uncomfortable. Now, I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm not saying that situations like this don't work themselves out. But she had, children with this man, and you're planning on having children with him. And I don't know. It's just it's a strange situation. I know you had mentioned to me also in your thing that your parents were not happy about any of this. So with that being said also, not knowing how the sister's going to react Christmas, I'd like to see how these parents are going to react. And you're having your parents as well? Oh my gosh. I want to make sure I don't know where you live. I don't want to be there. I mean, this could just blow up. And what are all these children thinking about all this? I don't think, and I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, I don't think your marriage is going to make it. Not this one. I don't. I think there's just going to be too much resurfacing and everything getting real crazy and totally out of hand. I don't think this is going to work. I've been wrong once or twice, but usually this kind of thing I'm not usually wrong about. And I have a problem with that. I would make sure you and your sister, though, fix your relationship. I mean, you do it before Christmas. Settle it if you can before you bring parents in there and everybody, because your parents are elderly. They don't need to be going through all this. And his parents don't need to be going through all this either, and neither do the children as far as that's concerned. I mean, what a girlfriend. You're a little bit of a kook, aren't you? Talk to your sister. Try to get it straight. See what you all come up with. Keep me posted on it. But shame on you. Shame on you. Sisters don't do that to each other. I'm sorry. I don't care. Sisters don't do that. I had another case like this a couple of years ago. I don't like it. Fix it, girlfriend, because you've got kids, you've got parents. And you know what? You only have one family. Do you know what I'm saying? And Christmas on top of that, you don't want any problems during Christmas. That's the time when people are happy and giving and everything is lovely. Why create a big disaster? Fix it, girl. Okay? All right, my ladies, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me today. For all of those that want to make a comment about that, you feel free to go right ahead. I love each and every one of you. All my new subbies, mwah, 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 mwah. You are so sweet. Can't wait to know all of you better. And I want each and every one of my subscribers to stay sassy, classy, confident, and give me a big thumbs up on this video.